Hello, my friends. You absolute legends. Hope that everybody is well. I hope that you are enjoying the series so far, and immediately big up yourselves for the love that's coming in on these videos. I really appreciate it. Um, I want to start, to be fair, with a little bit of inventory management because we're kind of all over the place. Let's be honest. So you'll see this number just here is basically that's how much this backpack can hold. You know what I mean? The animal skin quiver holds 5 kilos, jacket holds 2, etc., etc. With stuff like the pistol holsters and the melee weapon holsters, this will only hold a melee weapon, and this will only hold a pistol. So when you try and put stuff in there and it's red, don't be like, what the flip? Because, you know what I mean? If it's not a pistol or a melee weapon, it's not going in. So it's best to put your heavier stuff into your backpack because, well, because it just holds more. You know what I mean? But I did pick up some firefighter pants on the way through. They're the same size as the sweats, but I prefer them. I really just prefer them, to be honest. So let me show you what I mean about what I said before. If you're wearing some trousers and you double click some trousers, it replaces the trousers you're wearing. And you'll often find that if they're empty, they'll if I double click these now, my firefighter pants go into the short pants. But if they're not empty, you can't put them into something else. You know what I mean? These won't go into like there because they've got stuff in. So keep that one in mind because there's so many times I've double clicked some clothes to pick them up, replaced the clothes I'm wearing, ran off, and then left the clothes with stuff in on the floor. And I've been like, where's my shirt with the freaking whatever's in? You know what I mean? So definitely keep that one in mind. But what I do want to do, to be fair, let me straight put my willy warmer into rags. Hopefully they don't go down the ladder. Cheeky rag. So that'll be full. These rags are beautiful. I'm going to equip these. What you can do, you can drag it to here, and it'll just plop it straight in your trousers. And if I find some spare gloves, I low-key want to make rag strips. Although, in saying that, I could just chop these. Let me make sure that there's no rag strips down there. Alright. Put these sweats here. Put these into rags, and hopefully they give us strips. Then I can make a rag bundle. And it takes up less room. Okay, lovely, bloody jubbly. So, 76% dirtiness. These are only a little bit dirty, and you're going to use them to cover up wounds and stuff, so the less dirty, the better. I'm going to leave them on the floor. Okay, you can put 5 in a bundle, so I want these 3, and these 2, and this. And hopefully the game cooperates. Don't mug me off. And it chooses the ones that I chose. Yes, indeed. Beautiful. Now, this takes up 2 spaces rather than 5 whole spaces for individual rags. So that's always good. And when you want to take the rags out, you just right click it and uncraft, and it will just uncraft it. And I think you'd lose the rag strips. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll probably get to that because I also want to show you how to heal at some point. There's nothing overly heavy that I really want to put in my backpack right now. So, we're going to drop down. We're going to crack on, head kind of northwest towards the castle so I can show you the amazing loot that you get in there. So we'll make our way out of town and we'll run across the wilderness and end up at the castle. If anything exciting happens, I'll be back with you, but you'll probably next see me when I'm up here. Right, I've just run outside. This is the building I was in. There's a puppet over here. Oh, I can just see it right there. Moving left to right, just see his feet. But this, you'll find them in a lot of towns. That's a police station. Early game, I would avoid the crap out of it because there are a lot of puppets that show up in a police station. You get some good shit, but if you're not equipped, you'll probably die, you know? So what I want to do is kind of let this puppet hit me a little bit. Oi, love. Okay, we've got a C1 bleeding injury, as you can see. Now, with C1s, you don't really need to do anything. Because they'll... Come here. Come on, hit me once. Thank you. Because they'll kind of go away on their own, C1s. But if I was to want to heal, what I would do, I'd uncraft these, right? Cheeky uncraft button. It'd pull out all the rags and put them in my vicinity on the floor. I would then click the injury, click the rag that I want to use to treat it, and then press the treat button over here. You can select, you know, up to, what, 7 items at a time. And this fills up white. It goes around the injury with a white bar. And if the white bar is full, it's fully treatable. So it's always nice to have, you know, quite a few rags on you. But like I say, with the C1, my immune system's doing loads. You know what I mean? It's not the worst. If it goes up to a C4, chances are you're going to bleed to death. So, yeah, I would treat anything C2 and above, personally. So yeah, that's basically that. If we get into a bit more trouble, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. But I think that basically explains, for the most part, healing. There you go, straight into stabilization. It also, if you lay down, if you're struggling, you can lay down, you know, be in a safe spot. I'm not in a safe place. And it will tick up a bit quicker, because you're resting. You know what I mean? And then eventually it goes into recovery, it goes away. Once it's in recovery, your health will start filling up again. But they hit quite hard around here. So, as you can see, I took 20% of my health away by getting hit twice. So, they can be a bit gnarly, especially if they're swarming you. But that's basically it. Click the injury. Click what you want to treat it with. Press the treat button. And bosh. See the black square? Or rectangle that goes around the injury. It fills up white. And if it's not quite full, it's not quite fully treated. So always remember that. But we're going to crack on. Like I say, we're going to head toward the castle. And I'll probably see you when we get up there. I'm going to take this cheeky tater while I'm here. Why not? Actually, I could fit it in my jacket. For a little extra calories and stuff. You can often search these for cash, which is lovely stuff. Okay. Parsnip. I'm just going to eat it. Extra calories don't hurt. And also, across the way just here, there's a pharmacy. So we're going to have a little raid of this pharmacy. There's cash everywhere. Masks, fridges, stuff we don't really need right now. There's 11 thread there. What's my sewing kit saying? 9 uses. This has got 11 on it. So, just for gigs, I'm going to take that in case we need a sewing kit later on. Vitamin pills. Like I said in the last one, keeping on top of your vitamins and your nutrition and stuff is good. But I don't often pick up vitamin pills, personally. It's all up to you. A backpack and a waist bag. This is the same size as the one we're wearing. And we have a waist bag on. So we're going to crack on. Okay, did I get this bottom box? Yep. Check upstairs and we'll be on the move. Hopefully we can find some, you know, painkillers or emergency bandages or something. Oh, there's waste bags all over the place in this pharmacy. Empty bag. That's good for later when you want to make like bags of sand to build and stuff. Painkillers. Lovely stuff. Put them in there. Scissors will give you a ton of rags. If I was to... actually, let me show you. Because we don't need these waste bags. If I've got scissors in my hand, and I cut these into rags, we'll use the scissors. And I get 4. They're very nice. Good condition. They're not dirty at all. And I wonder how many you get with an axe. Because it's a bit more brutal. You know what I mean? So let's have a ganders. Okay, I only got 2. Got 2 rags and some rag strips with an axe. But I got 4 rags with the scissors. So, scissors are better for cutting stuff into rags. I guess you can be more precise. So that's one to keep in mind as well. These are all clean. What I might do is make a fresh bundle. And swap it for this one. Because it's not dirty at all. Bosh. Beautiful. Right. Cracking on. More painkillers. I'll take those. Vitamin pills. I'm just going to eat one. And then pop them back on the floor. Activated charcoal is worth money. It is worth money. So let me chuck it in my bag. Actually, it doesn't weigh anything. I might as well chuck it in my waist bag. Like I say, you can drag it off to the side. And if it goes green, you can put it in whatever you're hovering over. So I'll chuck it in my waist bag. And bish bash bosh. There's an emergency bandage. That's beautiful. That can go in there. It's antiseptic as well. It's way better for treating yourself with. Like I was saying before about the white bar that fills up around the injury itself. A rag will fill up less than an emergency bandage, which in turn fills up less than something like a pressure bandage. Sorry, a pressure dressing. And then there's also hemostatic dressings that fill up loads. It's quality. I absolutely love the healing system in this game. Batteries. Currently we don't need. Yeah. Another good thing to keep an eye on as well is if you're getting beat up by zombies, or puppets, should I say, it damages your clothes as well as your person. So, keep an eye. Because if I was to, say I got this red square come back, you know what I mean? It damaged it enough and this would get all redded out. If I took these painkillers out, I wouldn't be able to put them back in, because that's a damaged part of the jacket. So it's always good to keep on top of repairing your stuff, just so you can carry more. Alright, mountains there. I want to head kind of northwest-ish, and that's ever so slightly northeast. So I'm going to go this way. And we'll head towards that castle. Hopefully get looted up. I wanted to show you how good of a loot spot it can be. She sounded close. Garages, you'll find like car parts and screwdrivers and bolts and nails and all kinds of stuff inside these little garages. Tin of sardines? Why the hell not? What's that doing here? Matches. Basic bits and bobs. Right, off we pop. Alrighty, on the way, we found a little creek, and this water bottle is not full, so I can fill that, and I can also have a drink. These creeks are all fresh water, so you can drink straight from them. I'm going to have probably 3 beverages. If I pull up the map, you'll see this is all seawater. It's a slightly lighter blue than the rivers and stuff. All the rivers you can drink out of, except for this stuff up here, because this is like a nuclear power plant, and there's just radiation everywhere in C0. So if you're going up into C0, be careful. Have a hazmat suit, have some potassium iodide pills, all that kind of stuff. But all this water you can drink until it turns into the seawater just here. See this little barrier? I think it's around here where it changes into seawater. But you'll be able to see by looking at it, the seawater's a lot sort of lighter blue to the eye. But don't drink it because you'll throw up straight away. These lakes are fresh water as well. So yeah, do be careful. Don't drink salty seawater. Right, we're going to run and jump over this creek and crack on. Stamina comes back real fast after a jump. Let me just wait. Mountains over there. I want to head up there. So let's go. One thing I do want to point out that just popped into my head as I was running through the wilderness here. If you press Shift W, he'll auto run. I just learned this myself the other day. Shift W and you just let go, you can run. You can see he's telling me as well that he's feeling slightly warm. That is something you want to keep a pretty vigilant eye on. If he starts feeling pretty hot, he might get hypothermia, and that's just not good. You don't want to overheat. But yeah, Shift W, auto run, and just sort of keep an eye on him, you know, telling you about his the way that he feels. Because if he's hot or cold, there's hypothermia, there's hypothermia. I'm not going to loot that, but we are hitting the road which leads up to the castle. So I'll see you there, my friends. Okay, the castle, you can just see the top of it there. But I have found a cheeky mushroom. Now what I'll say, if you be effing careful with mushrooms. If you pick up a mushroom and there's no red writing in the substances just here when I'm hovering over it, also hold control to just double check. If there's no red writing, you're okay to eat it. You know, if it's got red writing, you're gonna trip balls. And especially when you're just learning the game, having a mushroom trip is not fun. Believe you me, it's a bit scary. So always keep that in mind when you're, you know, looking at picking up mushrooms and stuff. The red writing means danger. But as you can see, there's no red writing on this one telling us it's got freaking trippy poison in it. So I might actually keep that. Got good water. In fact, I'm gonna eat it. I'll say it tastes funny, so keep an eye on the repulsion. It's flying up. Not very nice. Okay. Because we stopped before 50%, I only used one use. As you can see down there, it was 2 of 2, now it's 1 of 2. I'll put that back in there. Have a little ganders. We've got some good calories coming in. Good water coming in. We're okay. We do have to pee, which is another thing. Find a little tree. Hold tab. Go to the toilet. And click on piss. That simple. We'll have a little wee-wee. Water the plants. Okie dokie. Great stuff. Now we'll go back here. Empty bladder. Bish bash bosh. Right. Let's get into this castle. And hopefully we can get a bit of an upgrade on our bow. And maybe get some better arrows as well. So we're up here. The circle thing of roads right at the top right corner of B3 is the B3 castle. There is another one at the end of this squiggly road in D2, but it's in the snow, so be wrapped up warm. Let's go in here, staying vigilant, and hopefully that guy don't see us, because then we can just waltz on in. I'm gonna get my bow ready. There's a little section in the middle there. I tend to check all these towers. Got 3 floors in them. Have a little look when you walk in, because there will be puppets that spawn on these floors. So have a little ganders when you first walk in. But up we go. Worst thing is to be trapped on one of these floors with a puppet just wailing on you. Okay, 2 broadhead carbon arrows there. They are the best arrows in the game. So just in case I can make a full stack, I'm going to pick those up. Yeah. What I can do is put that there and then put these in my trousers. They'll fit in there. So if I find some more broadhead carbons, I can start building a stack. Medieval swords are worth a ton. Can't fit it in there. Let's have a little... I'm going to drop these boots. And hopefully this fits lengthways. Let's freaking go. These are worth so much money. You can also hotkey it if you want. Put it on your quick access so that if I press 3, I'll pull it out. Pretty decent melee weapon. It is a pretty decent melee weapon. Right, up to the next floor. Again, staying vigilant. Making sure there's no puppets up here before we just jump up and loot. Metal arrows. I mean, you can grab them, but they're not my favourite. It is all, like I said before, it's trial and error. You'll find your own personal preferences. I like the carbons. I like the broadhead metal arrows. But regular metal arrows, I'm not a big fan. Metal arrows, pardon me. Drop down there. If you're standing on that beam, you can drop down here without hurting yourself. But if you're standing on the floor, you drop down and you sprain your ankle or break your foot or something. It's crazy. Up the next one. Right, he's up top there. Guy is on the top floor. Let's see if I can shoot him through the floor. Put my white dot on him. Lovely stuff. Right through the planks. Right, and this place is all clear. You can search this again for cash. Right, sporran bag. Beautiful. The size of the sporran bag compared to the waste bag is just nuts. And we do have a improvised sewing kit. So I'm going to repair this. Bosh. You'll find that every 20%, So that was just what, 54%? So that's almost 20%. Every 20% is a use of your sewing kit. So I had 9, I've got 6. Because, you know, it was 14% for the last little bit, so it takes up a whole use. We can equip that. I'd probably put this in there. Don't really need it anymore. Thank you for your service, Mr. Wastebag. I don't need that because I don't have an M19, so I can leave it there. But we've got so much more room in the sporran, and it carries 5 kilos, which is great stuff. Okay, next floor. Those helmets, is it this one? This one. These helmets, I mean, they're pretty good protection for your head, but they do make you super hot. And if you want to eat, you got to take off the helmet. It's just a bit of a kerfuffle. So I just don't bother most of the time. Get my arrows back from this guy. Which, by the way, I'm just double clicking on. You know, when I run over to a puppet and I get my arrows back, I just double click and they go into the stack. Okay, drop back down. Drop down this guy. Stand on this beam. And bosh. Right, hopefully this guy can't jump back out of the moat. Apparently he can. Now, I'm gonna call those arrows a loss, because I don't want to go in there. I might be too heavy and I might not be able to get back out. It is tough to get out of this moat, so do be careful going into this water. I'm gonna leave those 2 arrows with that guy. And I'm gonna go search the middle. I've done the front 2 towers. I'm gonna go into the middle section. And hopefully we can find... There's a whole stack of broadhead metal arrows there. Drop that. Put those in there. Lovely stuff. Where the heck is this guy? Oh, jeez. Swap to my axe. Where'd you come from, mate? He came out of nowhere. Right. But we did get some freaking broadhead metal arrows. So let's go. I could have pulled my my medieval sword out there, but I didn't. I pulled out my axe instead. So I'm in fighting stance because I just put my axe away. But you can press V, and he gets back into like his regular. You know, you want to square up to someone, press V. And he'll bring his fists out. He'll be ready to go, or she. Let's crack on searching. Search this, search this. Okay. Next little cubby hole. There's some arrows on there, I can see. 7 metals. Ooh. Right. Even though I don't like them, I am going to take them. So we've got 2 broadhead carbons there. 7 there. That's basically, it's almost 2 stacks. As an 80-pound mohawk. Now, my archery skill... Sorry, wrong little tab. My archery skill is medium. I know that I'm good up to like maybe a 50-pound bow. But if you're unsure, take it in your hands. He'll put an arrow in it. Find something to shoot at, like this tree. And just hold down left click. And that's how long he can hold it for. If you think that's good, then by all means keep the bow. But personally, it's a bit much. I'd like a bit more time just in case I get into a bit of a pickle and I need to line up my shot. So I'm not going to take the 80-pound bow. and I can't carry it to sell it. So I'm just going to leave it. Crossbow bolts, I'm not a big fan. They don't sell for a lot, and the crossbows, it's not great in my opinion. So I'm going to leave those as well. More bolts. I'd love to find like maybe a 50-pounder. Pick them up, they get auto stacked. 9 of 12. And we just keep moving. We've already got a lovely bit of an update on our arrows. It would be amazing to find a better bow. I could always search up top here. We'll have a little look up here, just in these boxes. Because you never know. Metal sword, not bad. But we do have a medieval, so I'm going to leave that. What's this? 70-pounder. Ooh. Very tempting. It is very, very tempting. Twice as powerful as the bow we've got. Gives us a bit less time. You know what? We'll take the 70-pounder for now. If I find a 50-pound, that is perfectly enough. And I'll swap it out for a 50-pound bow. Crossbow bolts on the floor. Oh, 60. This goes... There you go. Bosh. Bow upgrade. Acquired. My friends, we have better arrows. We've got a better bow. A better bag. I'm going to drop down onto this wall so I don't break my legs. And just a little cheeky cross of the moat. Like I say, all of these have got good shit in them. So, you know what I mean? Take your time to go through, climb up them all, search everything in this place because it is amazing. Especially if you've got the space to carry extra stuff. You can end up at the traders with some real good shit. So, as I say, I prefer carbon arrows to metal arrows. So I'm going to swap those out. They are the best arrows in the game. However, they're taking up a lot of space right now. I'm going to plop them on the floor. And yeah, we've got almost 2 stacks of better than wooden arrows. So let's freaking go. We've not even been here long. 50-pounder. We've got a 60. That's okay. I trust my archery skill enough. But you know, as you've seen, we've had an 80-pound, a 70-pound, a 60 and now a 50. There are bows everywhere around here. This is a great little spot to come to early game. And yeah, that's basically the castle. Like I say, search all the towers. All of these guys. They've got 3 floors to them. Boxes galore. There's that middle section through here, which if you come from the east side like I did, you walk straight in and you're in the middle area. You can also climb all the way up there. Do be careful not to fall though, because you don't want to break your legs falling off there. But all these towers are great. There's all this ruin out back that's got these boxes in and stuff like that. You will get better arrows. You might find a few medieval swords, which is fantastic. They're worth so much when you go and sell them. And we've got a better bow. It is 62%. But you can fix it with a toolbox. So if we find a toolbox, I'll fix my bow. But I'm going to head off this way. Get out of the madness that is the castle, because it can be a bit scary sometimes up there. And I am heading, I think, kind of southeast in this direction. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to get down to this road, which is this white road, just here. And if I hang a right, there's a fresh water spring over here. If you hear water, it's one of these little water spring. You can fill up your bottles, you can have a slurp, which I'm going to do because my hydration is dropping. One more. Why not? For good measure. Because we're running a lot. We're using up a lot of our water and our energy. So we're on this road. And I'm going to make my way into this town to have a little cheeky breaky loot. But not to end it on a cliffhanger by any means. I'm going to pull over just here, hide myself away in a bit of wilderness, and we're going to leave it there, my friends. Look at us go. We've got better arrows, better bow, we've got a nice sporran bag on. We've got so much better stuff. We've got more room to carry shit. You know, we bundled up our rags just in case. We are set, my friends. We've got milk, sardines, mushrooms, cucumber. What more do you want? What more do you freaking want? But thank you. As I said before, thank you for the love that comes in on these videos. I really do hope that my waffling about stuff helps you to sort of get to grips if you just started playing the game, because I know it can be a bit gnarly when you've just started. So I hope these little sort of tips and tricks and stuff are helping. And do let me know, like I say, shout out to the homies on Twitch that have given me a bit of a list of things to go over. But do let me know if there's something that you are struggling with, and I'll get it covered. We'll get you sorted. We'll get you up and running and staving off puppets left, right and centre. But with all that being said, my friends, take care. Thank you for being here. And peace and love.